They choose to go wide. It's in the hands of Devine. He's got the power. And he's met just shy a metre.
Still playing advantage, 7.
Desperate tackle.
No. Okay, out now,
5
7.
metres back.
No. Good work, Jake.
Still Nottingham resist as Hancock dive bombs on the 5. Hands could do it here if they can find the winger on the edge.
Still playing the advantage, 7. Never onside.
Penalty count creeping up for Nottingham. The more pressure that gets exerted, the more the cracks begin to appear, and they can only plug them with penalty infringements. There's a show and go from the 10, who loses it at the final moment. Well, that seems to be Alex Davies' moment, but for the last-ditch challenge.
A lot of good opportunities there for Beckett, but
never
just much pressure from Nottingham, I reckon, stopping that try that could have been right on the wing. We've got Danny, a new player in Nottingham, stopping him from that try line just about.
They're not actually doing a bad job, to be fair, Barney. It's just the one penalty we've got, mate. I said to Connor, if he keeps going forward and stays down, I can reward him. That's the only thing, mate. All right. Yeah, once I get a chance to have a chat, Barney. All right.
Well, great dialogue between the referee and captain
1, 2, 3.
Barney Davies there.
No, not really.
Happy with Nottingham's efforts, feels like they're not being cynical, and the penalty count isn't too high.
Yep.
But it is high enough to afford Alex Davies the opportunity to add a penalty to the conversion that he slotted earlier in the match after the Hancock try. And after spending good 15 minutes in their 22, Beckett have charged back down to the Nottingham half and stretched their lead out to 10.
As soon as you're ready, lads, away you go.
Well, Hancock is absolutely everywhere at the moment. The Connor variety I'm speaking of. Hands in the midfield, try scoring, and they're on the
No,
kick-off,
7.
nice and secure.
1, sorry. Balls out.
Well, the box was rushed. Oh, and the box nearly takes us out up here in the commentary.
Can't use your hands, mate. You've got to use your feet.
Getting into the action.
Yeah.
Beckett, take the 22.
And that error.
It's right outside the breakdown, lads. He's using his hands. Fall out for me. Lads, 22 is yours.
Nottingham definitely needs to take this opportunity now. Keep the ball in hands. Play a safe game.
That's one thing that was noticeable when Beckett were down in the 22 there. That they went through the phases, they kept it tight through the forwards, and it's not something we've seen from Nottingham so far, and just lacking the cohesion as well in the set piece. Lucky to get away with possession. Lewis Barrett.
Advantage, knock
puts
on.
His head down and loses possession, and off goes Kareem.
Advantage over.
Who looks some prospects so busy round the park.
That's out.
In this opening half
Counter
an hour.
legal.
But the counter rucking, there's a bit of defiance from Nottingham, and off they go. Nice hand, big space opening up in the middle for the captain, who can't find the offload to Max Brown. But this is the best we've seen of Nottingham so far. This is something for their home crowd to get behind. Cherry again. Vice captain to fly half, who straightens up and goes for a gallop.
Advantage, it's only a penalty, just a penalty.
This is good from Nottingham. Well, penalty advantage.
He's on the way down, lads, only a penalty.
Maybe slightly wasted by the attempt to grub her through a wall of Beckett defenders, but that's better tash, isn't it?
In case we say we're being repetitive, but yes.
That's the kind of rugby you want to see from Nottingham.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they are getting a good balance of interesting phases and punch plays. I think they just need to pick when to put their interesting kicks and phases through, like that interplay that we just saw with James Cherry, the captain, alongside Max Brown coming in the short line. They've been given a second opportunity now.
Well, finally, the line-out goes to plan and into the hands of Rob Carmichael before
got about 7 minutes.
An error on coming down
not
and
forward
building
in the line
the
out,
drive.
lads, on the 15.
Oh, such frustration for Nottingham.
Quite nail-biting, yeah.
Not forward in the line out.
I guess the good news is for Nottingham is they probably couldn't make more errors in the second half than they have in the first half, and they're only trailing by 10 at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, actually. They're not in an opportunity that they most want to be in, but they're definitely not.
Set! Keep it up!
Is not out of reach.
Keep it up!
Well, that's nicely worked between Malarkey and Davies.
Move! Yeah, good work, mate. Well done, thank you.
Need to maintain their discipline.
He has not
given
played
away
the
cheap penalties when they've had Beckett under the cosh, and
yeah,
this time
timing's good.
That cosh is legally applied. Cherry out in the centres, bounces one, keeps the legs pumping. Can Nottingham get something here late in the first half? Great strength.
That's ripped. Lost screen.
2
That's
metres
fine.
short.
Lost purple. No hands. Purple.
Nottingham are first to pounce.
Start using James.
Here come the big boys. That's Archie van der Fleer.
Leave the ball.
This time Sabin. Still going Sabin, carrying bodies with him.
Ball's available. Ball's available, clearly available.
Oh, there are numbers wide, but the big boys are really doing the job at the moment. Here they come, acres of space, and Max Brown finishes the job.
Gorgeous spot of space there from Max Brown. He looked for his options right, but he saw the gap and he took it. I think Nottingham will be feeling a bit better about themselves now.
And something for the home faithful to sing about finally. Max Brown applying the finishing touch after the brilliant work from his big boys. It was the pressure on the charged hand that initially created the opportunity. Then the carry from James Cherry, then the close quarter stuff. And by that stage, Beckett were all sucked in. And Max Brown, all he had to do was sell a schoolboy dummy and he was home. Final act of that pressure application. A cool, calm finish from Brown. He's receiving his fair share of treatment in the aftermath. The conversion did get added. And just like that, Tash, it's a 3-point game. Doesn't look so bad for Nottingham now.
Yeah, exactly. I think it definitely looked from the play that they were in a disadvantage, but hopefully they take this spot of opportunity and bring it into the game. Beckett still happy with their hold over them in attack.
Stop, lads, stop, don't move, James!
Sun's come out now.
Yeah, do us a favour, just go back.
And that is the dream exit.
Lads, kick chase, everybody in the ruck, get on side, please.
Too deep for
can't just stand there, got to work back, all right.
Applied by
the everyone in the ruck, work back on side.
And a good hearty touch from the try scorer.
It'll narrow, don't worry.
Well, Beckett in control for all of this half. Suddenly find themselves
Tackle!
By a whisker. Round about 5 minutes left to play.
No, never on the ball.
Our clock not entirely in step with that of the referee, so
hands are backwards.
I'd recommend listening out on the ref mic. Certainly a strong indication that we're approaching the half-time oranges. Well, there's certainly a bit of pep in the step of the Nottingham boys now after the Brown try.
Beckett, stop! Stop!
So Alex Davies gets rid of it.
Keep coming! Keep coming!
Back it goes. Matt Salisbury.
50-22 in play.
Left boot on him. Turns the Nottingham defenders. And after all that action, Tash, we're right back where we started.
That's true. Bit of interesting kicking going on there. Both teams showing off their boots, looking to exit.
7. One hand on the ball, half on the ball is not enough.
Beckett perhaps looking to keep the ball in hand now, do what they did before.
Line that over.
Decent contest, but Beckett away and through the captain. So often their dependable outlet. Nice footwork from Scott.
Tackle! Away!
Backline to be met and driven back across the halfway. Callum Hancock.
Good work.
Well, there's a disorganised flavour to the Beckett attack now, having it's pretty slick.
First man, move! Beckett, move!
And all those contests that weren't going the way of the men in green for 3/4 of this half are now falling in their hands. Well,
you're offside. You're offside.
Definitely
no, first man turnover's clear. 10, you're in front of the second kick.
In the Beckett defensive strategy, because it's certainly not the first time they've gone
just in front of the kick,
lads.
Try and
thread it behind that.
Yeah, perhaps this is something that they took from the previous game, as we said.
Bit less.
But it's just been stopped most times, hasn't it, by the Beckett's foot.
Uni take the 10. No, it's good and you've got loads of platform, mate. That's what we want to see. You've turned it over. He's kind of doing all right, mate.
The mentality of those boys in purple just slightly different now, entering these closing couple of minutes. Not just up against Nottingham, they're up against the Nottingham with renewed belief after the Brown try and big carrying from Van der Fleer. Brown again, boot to ball. That one's coming down with snow on it. And Salisbury struggles, he juggles and eventually manages to regather.
No, work on side, lads, thank you.
There is a wind sweeping through here, left to right. I can imagine it's pretty tricky to wrangle.
You're inside,
when the ball's coming down
Beckett.
From so high. Beckett seeking the edge again.
7, 1, release, 1. Tackle assist.
Real sort of feeling that this game's opened up in these closing few minutes since the try from that man who's going dancing through the Beckett tackles.
No, he's always on the body, lads, not enough.
Top scorer last season,
Timing's
Max
good.
Brown. And he's top scorer
tackle
early today.
Rock now. Ball's out.
Cherry.
Inside.
Brown. Again.
50-22.
Have to let the laces do the talking, and he's gone for the 50-22.
Yeah, 50-22.
And I'm not sure you'll see one tighter to the try line all season.
Gorgeous kick from Max Brown.
Hurry up, man. 50-22, always inside, green ball.
Wow, how about this? How about this, Tash? Approaching very much the final play of this first half and a chance for the green and gold to go in leading.
Okay, that's last play, lads.
Last play, ref calls.
Pickford just finds the extremities of Carmichael, and they go rocking and rolling round the corner, and they're away and over, and the ref's happy with it. What a turnaround.
I'm just going to check. All right,
in these closing moments of the first half, he will check.
The comms are down, so I just need to check with my AR. All right, you got a clear ground.
The referee's assistant happy with the grounding, and the University of Nottingham very, very happy with their response late in this half. They've taken the lead.
Yep.
Definitely different emotions now compared to as it was half an hour ago. Nottingham a bit happier with their gameplay. Leeds Beckett heads down by the post, but definitely looking to bring it back in the second half. Definitely a lot of reflection to be given at half-time from both sides' captains.
And just as he did for the first, Henry Mortimer splits the uprights, and Owen Taylor calls half-time. That was the transfer, that was the roll. I couldn't tell you which green body got it down, but all that matters is it was down. And that try and that conversion means that at half-time, Nottingham go into the sheds leading Leeds Beckett 14 points to 10. Well, Tash, what do you make of the first 40 minutes of BSR here at Highfields?
Very exciting, yeah. Definitely a bit of a switch around after Nottingham took their feet.
I think it's the tram line.
Bit of mistakes definitely within the first 20 minutes made, but they learnt from them.
Let's try. I tell you what. Let's try going to a.
Beckett looking to take more opportunities in their half, but a few missed out as well. But
difficult to call what's going to happen in this second half.
Yeah, exactly.
Certainly they've been entertained. The sun just beginning to burst through the clouds here in Nottingham.
Still definitely anyone's game, I reckon.
Well, while the sun may be out now, it wasn't the brightest start for Nottingham, but it certainly was for Leeds Beckett. Slick with the handling and compact with the drive. That was Connor Hancock nuzzling his way over after concerted pressure in the Nottingham 22. So fantastic conversion was added by that man who later slotted a penalty, and it was a penalty that came after a lot of Nottingham pressure in the Beckett 22 that they couldn't convert, but on that occasion last season's top try scorer Max Brown found a way through, and that just put the wind in the Nottingham sails and blew them all the way over for their second of the match in the final play of the half to take the lead. And that's why at the break Nottingham are leading Leeds Beckett 14 points to 10.
My name is Brian Moore, an ex-Nottingham University rugby player. I gained 64 caps for England, and I'm back today going over old ground and some new. I tell you what's nice, being alongside people like Brabant and Yiping and Robert Clift and other great Olympians and so on. It's quite humbling in a way. It's very nice as well. Can I just say how jealous I am, actually, of you all. In my day, things weren't always better. We had one aircraft hangar-style sports centre, about half the size of that, and one really poor AstroTurf pitch. And when you finish university, all you'll have, you'll remember. You'll remember these days for the rest of your life. But the thing is, your memories are made now. Even if you have another chance, you won't get that 80 minutes back, you won't get that exam back or whatever. And if you want your memories to be good, you better do it now. That is the back of my old hall of residence, Sherwood Hall. My room, when I was president, was that room there. Because as president, you had a double room, which was great. Well, coming back, there's so many memories. It's difficult to come, well, they just flood back. The friendships you create through sport are quite special because that shared experience is there. And sport is a big part of that. Because you're here in your formative years, and they are still being formative, even though you're notionally classed as an adult. They mean a lot more to you, and the memories are probably more acute. This is virtually the same.
Yeah.
The tables were this way.
Yes.
Every year, you know, there was a proper food fight.
Yes.
And the staff quite rightly refused to clear up. They said it's right. They were quite right. This year is a centenary of the University Rugby Club, so I would urge people to come, because it will not least because it'll be a brilliant night in itself. But I tell you what, it will give you all these memories. You'll feel like I do. You'll feel like a child again.
It's more than just a game.
It's community.
It's support.
It's culture.
It's mental health.
It's friendship.
It's for your mind.
A glimpse of the offering at the University of Nottingham on a very, very big day for their rugby programme as they make these first tentative steps into the land of BUCS Super Rugby. Alex Dombrandt, Freddie Stewart, Christians, ever heard of those boys? Well, we saw them here first. This is where the stars of tomorrow begin their journey to the highest heights of the pro game in England these days. So if you want to be on the inside like us, then the only way to do it is to tune into the stream. Every Wednesday, well, we'll be bringing you games across the country, 10 teams in this league going to war week in, week out. So sit back, enjoy the ride. We certainly are, Tash, and for you who has spent your whole degree at Nottingham, and I know you've graduated now, but you're back here fully stashed up. Yeah. Just tell us how important it's been for the sports programme, for the rugby programme, for Nottingham to ascend to BUCS Super Rugby.
I think it's been a massive achievement for the boys. It's something that we were all hoping for, and that they definitely had it in reach. Throughout the last 2 seasons, they had a lot of rivalry with Trent, of course, who definitely put them through their paces. But they had a really successful season. They almost, pretty much, you could say, made the triple. They won their league, they won the cup, and then they got their promotion. So it was an exciting season for the boys and for the women as well. So it was very special last year for me.
Yes, I mean, we'll get to talk about the boys plenty in the second half, because you did a huge amount, not just for the women's rugby section, across your time as president in your final year. A lot of initiatives that
we've not spent much time with
in action here at Nottingham.
Yeah. So obviously, I was president. A lot of my responsibilities were to do with on pitch, but I kind of took a lot of initiative behind the scenes as well. So I started an IMS league called for touch rugby.
An intramural.
Intramural sport, yeah, that's what IMS stands for. some unis like Nottingham and Liverpool do it. So touch rugby was a way of kind of getting more women and girls into rugby in an introductory level. It's a less like intimidating way of going into rugby compared to in contact. It was also a really good way to get the women and the men together in sport, because touch rugby is a mixed sport and that's how we ran it. So a lot of the boys that you can see playing now were involved. Max Brown was reffing some of the games, so, and same with Rihanna Burke, who was my captain last year. She was reffing, so it was a really great way of crossing over the two clubs and also getting more people playing rugby in Nottingham, so you can't really ask for much more.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the intramural scene, and I think everyone will be aware of the intramural landscape. It's particularly strong at Nottingham, and as I understand, you might have to correct me because it wasn't big when where I was at uni, that it is all the colleges and the houses on the campus, and they have their own sports teams and they play in their own league, and it's very tribal and territorial within the campus.
Yeah, sort of. It's not the halls, it's actually between subjects and societies. So there's like chemistry society, history society, math society, and they all play against each other. You've got some really large clubs like mechanical engineering. They've got a rugby team, a netball team, hockey. So it's definitely very vast. Nottingham definitely has a lot of sporting individuals, very large sporting scene. So it's a good way of getting as many people as possible to play sport.
And that's what we want at university, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
It's not about the academics at all.
No, not at all, not at all. It doesn't matter about the degree. Well, you know, we're obviously enjoying the creme de la creme here today of Leeds Beckett and of Nottingham, but as you can see, with that very, very sort of deeply stacked now far barrier, that it is about everyone in the club, it's about everyone at the university, it's about getting people active, getting people playing and making mates for life out on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely memories and experiences that you take for a long time. I know I will. I know I'm eager to come back, but my 3 years have run out, unfortunately. But I'm still here, nothing's stopping me.
Well, look at me. I think it's 15 years since I graduated, and here I am still treasuring university rugby.
Right, 1,
so
2, 3, we'll
that
try
probably
again.
speaks volumes for the impact that it has on you. Well, speaking of impact, Nottingham have ruffled some feathers in this first 40 minutes, or probably more accurately in the last 8 minutes of the first half. Leeds Beckett dominant to start, but they find themselves trailing 10 points to 14, with Alex Davies getting us underway, and his opposite number sending the ball high back. He saw Allen put his hand up to his head there. This sun could be problematic for Leeds Beckett in the second half. Maybe that's a bit of local knowledge from the home side in their selection of the side, and we've already seen Max Brown go boot to ball on a number of occasions, so he won't be shy in putting the bomb up.
Not now! Not now!
Testing.
He definitely won't be stopping.
The corneas of the Leeds Beckett back three. Well, Beckett, just as they did in the first half, start by exploring the edges of...
Start using, lads!
Some nice, horrible work from Caelan Stanton. Just slowing up and being disruptive. Charge on the kick on...
Timing's good.
Spencer Cope.
Nice charge down by Rob Carmichael.
Let's keep it on feet,
He's
lads.
been
Still
playing
in,
with
nice,
Leicester
still in.
Tigers, so it's nice to see some experience brought into this
Touch,
team.
all on side.
Yeah, plenty of academy representation at Premiership level out on show. In fact, quite a number of lads involved in the Premiership Cup. One was playing last night for Leeds Beckett, Mason Winterburn, set to come on from the bench. Only played 2 minutes, but still...
Still more than none.
Yeah, still more than none. In fact, we can just see him warming up. Down tight in the touchline as some treatment is given to one of the Nottingham players.
Missed the ball.
I think that's Max Brown on the floor. That would be unfortunate for the boys if so.
So I can tell you that while we wait for Max Brown, that some replacements are being made. For Leeds Beckett, 16 Emmy Ilinkuta is taking to the field, and also that man Mason Winterburn, who featured for Wasps last night in the Premiership Cup. And a significant departure for Beckett is their try scorer Connor Hancock has also gone off injured in that ruck here on the near side. So a few injuries to contend with and some new faces.
Perhaps a time for us to see some other players step up, see some talent that both teams can bring.
Well, that's very well said, Tash, because certainly in BSR and WNL, we haven't spoken about the Women's National League, which is of course returning this year. We'll get onto that in a moment. Squad depth is key. It is a long bruising season. 18 league matches.
Just calm down, right?
Each side plays, and there are no gimmies. Absolutely no gimmies. So it is war each time, and then they're into the playoffs for the cup if they finish in the top 8, that is. So it's quite a relentless programme. Injuries are inevitable.
On the body, then onto the ball, straight on the ball for the turnover, please.
Stretched to the mats. But we're ready to get back underway. And a big booming kick.
Actually, the comms are working in this corner, so it must be
gives Nottingham a throw in.
Must be.
On the Beckett 22. There's the new man, Mason Winterburn, just jogging away there in the 21 to the right of your screen. Very on-trend rugby peroxide mullet.
Ball! Through the mark.
But it'll be his opposite number.
Okay, that's once.
Henry Mortimer, who'll be busiest for the time being because Nottingham take the line out.
Okay, use it, please.
They don't get much change out of their drive. Brown on the wraparound, using his winger who comes across and glides through the hole. Connor Moyes gets wrapped up by his squad. Nottingham from first phase, strike first in the second half.
Gorgeous play there. Even for me, I didn't see Connor on that short ball. Max Brown, nice distribution. Just a simple pop and it's right through.
Well, the deception that initially created the room for Max Brown out the back. As he said, I didn't even see him coming. Connor Moyes working hard from his right wing and pops through the hole.
So you can hear me, can't you? Right, I can't hear either of you, so. And it's not the comms that we've set up. There's got to be something wrong. Don't worry about it. Just use your hands.
Leeds Beckett definitely looking to bring it back in this next few minutes. Pressure on the kick.
Well, that's not something you see every day. A charge down conversion. So Beckett will only be punished by 5 points for the brilliant back play that we're going to get another look at here. Here's Brown, and then that's Moyes coming round the corner. Beautifully worked. And Nottingham stretching their lead. Beckett with questions to answer.
Good steal.
And just when they need their set piece to stay solid,
that's fine.
They're burgled
that's
in the air, but they come away with
by
possession
Green anyway.
The breakdown.
On the body.
Josh Hadland.
That's out. Lost Pink.
He's then turned over. It's a real free-for-all at the breakdown at the moment. As Nottingham come on the charge, looking to burst across the halfway line, which they do.
Tackle! Move!
Martinez.
Advantage.
Well, penalty to Nottingham. That's the Leeds Beckett supporters on the far side, and there's definitely as much action between the supporters as there are the players at the moment, Tash.
Yeah, it's true. Those fences not really stopping them.
Well, that's a big error. Big error. Slicing off the boot and running all the way over the dead ball area. Will come back for a scrum, Leeds Beckett, from where the penalty was given.
Scrum.
Nottingham can't afford for that to happen. They were guilty of making a glut of errors in the first half.
Let's keep it in the air, lads. Feet underneath us, binds nice and long.
When they eradicated them, they scored. They won't want to go down that path again. Here's Mason Winterburn on the ball.
Crouch!
Real
bind! Six!
Prospect at 9. Can his zip spark some life into Beckett, who've lain dormant
tackle,
for the last
12
20 minutes of the contest. They go to the captain, as they always do. Oh, that's a tricky old box from Winterburn. And the touch from Nottingham means
he has, so it's purple ball then.
It'll be a Leeds Beckett throw in.
Right. He's inside, so it's not a 50-22, but he has touched it. It's a purple ball.
Perfectly clear from the referee there.
Lads, the 5's a bit tight.
Great comms from the referee today. He's been so clear.
Yeah, he has.
Purple ball. Maul.
Well, by hook or by crook, Beckett eventually reel in that throw from Hunting, and
stay there, don't change, do not change, James, don't change.
Successful in the first half.
Okay, that's one, Beckett.
They need
still moving, James. Okay, out now, James.
Since Nottingham crossed the try line, they've had nothing their way, and once again, the green and gold come up trumps.
It's always moving forward,
Lucky's
boys.
head over there.
It's taking
like
our purple, it's a failed maul, green ball.
Definitely an improvement from the defence in the last maul from the first half.
Taking in my purple
reading
isn't
Beckett a bit more.
immediately available, lads. Green ball. Lads, marks there. Let's build.
Couple new faces on in the front row, so it should be interesting to see what the impact's going to be. That's Emi Ilinkuta, 16, who's come on for Connor Hancock, so he's wearing the hooker, replacement hooker jersey.
Set!
Hold! Prop. And making a big impact as well as Beckett drive right through Nottingham. Well, it was straight into first and skipped second gear to fourth.
Thank you, scrum option.
And they'll go for another scrum.
Interesting
and then
call. Up under pressure, they're fairly flat.
Not sure. I'm no scrumming expert, but I'm not sure. Make that option.
But Tash, you were a scrum half. You had front row seats.
Yeah, I guess
so many all of your career. How can you not be?
I'm an external scrum half. Scrum expert, I bet. But get a bit crunched if you put me right in the middle of it.
Are you telling me that you've never proffered your opinion to a referee from the 9 jersey as to whether you think it should be your penalty or not?
Said a few things. Played hooker and 7s myself, so
that
was my claim to fame in the scrum.
Your CV continues to impress me. Oh, Winterburn looking for the option from Malarkey.
No, he's never on the ball.
He's down 3 metres away. Well, the counter-rucking is strong.
No hands!
It's a little bit of a feature from Nottingham. But they can't keep their paws off it despite the instructions from Owen Taylor.
Lads, time off. Yeah, so it's just the same as the first half. Right? It's a couple of pens. If you're going to turn over, stay on your feet. 2 people have taken the space in there. All right, stay up on the counter ruck. All right. Little bit of a warning now, lads. All right.
Little bit of a warning.
Danny.
It's not the last warning, but it's a little bit of a warning. He's left it quite open-ended there, Owen Taylor.
Lads, the counter ruck. Stay on your feet.
He's definitely telling the boys it nice and clearly, but James Sherrill wanted his boys to be more disciplined now and avoid any penalty tries against them.
Good scrum discipline, lads, please. Crouch! Bind! Set! Ball's out.
Malarkey to Winterburn, links up with Davies, who's strong as he steps inside. Beckett continue to work hard round the corner. Kareem just lassoed round the one ankle.
Onside, James.
No
body, it's on the body.
Another carry.
Move.
Another double
Yeah, good work,
tackle.
7.
Beckett banging on the Nottingham door.
Lads, let it come. Work on side. Use Beckett.
Winterburn finds Allen, who steps inside and then lurches forward.
No, he's not. He's arrived up.
Just glides on his feet, doesn't he? Winterburn extraordinarily to the boot, finds his winger and dots down. What a play from the replacement, finding Alex Green. What invention from the young replacement. And Beckett right back in the game.
Yeah, do it at the halfway.
Well, both of our eyebrows raised and our jaws dropped as we saw Mason Winterburn shaped to kick over the top from 5 metres away, but it proved to be an inspired option.
No, definitely didn't see that coming, and I don't think Nottingham did either.
Allen so close to adding the extras, but still
a few changes, changing
a try that Beckett desperately needed, and they're in to within a score.
17,
Nottingham 19,
Leeds
Beckett 15.
Yes.
Half an hour to go.
Load the time, lads, load the time.
You just feel that this is going to be on the edge to the final whistle.
I think so.
Option.
And as has been the way in this match, the team that scores gets the bounce, and the team that concede seems to sort of have that crumble, that little waver in their execution of their skills. Straight from the kickoff, Nottingham going all the way over the dead ball line, and we're back to a scrum midfield.
Yeah, definitely. I think the team's being affected by pressure of the excitement of the game. It's definitely not a boring one. Good way to enter Super Rugby for Nottingham. Good way to kick off the season for Beckett as well.
Well, there you go. How many deep is that? Obviously the Larry faithful are condensed in one spot, but it's a pretty good demonstration of the excitement and the anticipation wrapped around this prospective season for Nottingham,
He's staying on.
but certainly as well for Leeds Beckett. They've brought a noisy cohort who are not quite as noisy as they were at the start of the game when Beckett were on top.
Scrum.
I think they got a megaphone that's helping them. Still good to see a lot of support for both sides though.
Rather worryingly,
Okay.
looks like we are losing another hand.
Okay, lads, we've had good scrummaging standard, all right. Maintains, okay, maintains.
So Callum Hancock leaving the field, and Caleb Kudjoe, a London Irish Academy man wearing 17, who is a sizable human being.
Off. Come on.
Is now on and into the scrum.
I'm 10 years older than all of you. There's no way that I'm on scrum.
You can see him right there, just facing us with the green laces on his boots. I've been told on good authority that such is the energy of that man who's just come on.
Lads, water
He
off
can
then,
pretty
please.
much
Water
play
off, let's go.
anywhere in the pack. They'd
There's
be
lots of
happy.
bright laces.
They'd be happy with him in
Time
any
on.
jersey 1 to 8, and I'd imagine
Good scrum.
he'd probably go all right at 12.
I think that shows what Beckett has been bringing to their front rows.
Oh, lads,
Mixed
balance,
ability.
please. Crouch! Fine! Set!
Mason Winterburn, the spark, working well again with Malarkey.
Yeah, tackle's good.
Strong defence on Salisbury. Beckett retained possession, being driven back again. Allen chooses Emi Ilin Kuta, but his selection seeps forward. And another error again. It's
It's coming back now.
yeah, just no real
Yeah, it's good.
fluidity
Lads, really
or
good post
sense
set
of
as well,
the team
this. Okay,
taking
let's
the game by
maintain
the
it.
scruff of the neck still. More replacements coming on. Tom Mills wearing
Guys, let's go,
19
come on.
for Leeds Beckett into the fray.
Time
We've got
staying
Kate
on.
Bird with the blue head guard at the back, slotting in at 8.
Really good post set picture this side, lads, all right, really good.
And a whole raft of very,
Crouch!
very eager Nottingham replacements
Fine!
keen to make their mark
Set!
on this historic day for the club.
It's out the tunnel, go again. It's out the second row, lads, let's go again.
Well, that's
Oh,
tough
no,
for
it's a
Leeds
free
Beckett,
ball.
isn't
Yeah,
it? They've done all the hard work, and were it not for where the ball squirted out, it would have been theirs.
Same
Yeah,
scrum,
good
straight out the
spot
tunnel,
there
go
from
again.
the open side. Ref very clear though with how he wants his discipline, which is always good to see.
Crouch! Bind! Free bind early side.
Big shot
No, it's still in.
from Barrett. He's been prominent. The red head guard.
No.
Taken
Tackle!
by Tom Allen there.
Carried in. Stop! Uni, stop! All on with the winger now. Inside.
Well, the awkward bounce and the big chase from Max Brown. Throw in a bit of pressure and a first BUCS Super Rugby start, and Alex Davies makes an error on the clearance. It's a big, big
Don't raise the
territory
ball,
gain for University of Nottingham.
Let's go, boys. No, let's keep going. He's only the winger, he's not involved. Let's go.
Lewis Pickford going to the back and
Backwards.
finding Rory Flack. Another replacement into the mix. Jed Allen's on, wearing 18, the PhD student. Plenty of energy being brought by the replacements, and that man, the try scorer, who goes one hand over the top. Lovely dummy from Cherry, who just sucks in some more purple jerseys.
Release!
Cherry in at the base to Brown, kicking again, but that's not the right option. And here's that ball of energy we mentioned before, side down
That's
on the
out.
10-metre line, and Nottingham now in possession. Who wants
No.
it? Who wants the next
Leave
score?
purple!
Brown again drops a rolling grubber end over end, and it's an awkward bounce. And
Carried
all
over
Matt
the
Salisbury
5-metre
can do
scrum.
is carried across himself. It was a devil of a bounce for the fullback in retreat.
10's down.
And this is a huge opportunity for the green and gold.
Carried over. 5-metre scrum.
An exciting last 3 minutes that was. I think that's kind of
Time's
showing
off,
what this
lads.
game is
Multiple
like.
players
We're
are
having a
down.
lot of mistakes for a while, but then definitely a lot of exciting play. A few mistakes here and there, but a lot of opportunities given.
The bad news for Beckett fans is that
If you ask me
Alex
a question,
Davies,
then I will
out
give
of shot
anybody that
at
asks
the
me an
moment,
answer. No, you're not. As long as it's
he's
a question,
leaving the field. I think he
chances
did
are I'll
himself
just
a
tell you no
mischief,
anyway.
you know, when he skewed his kick to touch. Looks dejected to be coming off at this crucial point in the game. Entering the final quarter, 4-point lead to Nottingham.
Lads, let's go.
And a scrum on the Beckett 5-metre.
What's the call, please? What's the call, please? Right, make the change then, please. Yeah, come on.
The attritional nature of the game is illustrated by the swathe of replacements who've come pouring onto the field. Not sure how many of them
Okay, it's carried
have been
over by purple.
tactically
Scrum, green ball.
dictated, but more just carcasses out there from the
Oh,
endeavours
balance, lads. Don't
of each
overreach.
side.
Don't race the calls, okay? Crouch.
A lot of new forwards,
Fine.
same battles to fight,
Set.
and it all starts at the front line in the scrum.
Use.
Mortimer feeds his back line. Well, he misses his forwards, and then he misses Max Brown. Long Martinez mops up.
No, lost. No. Advantage, hands in.
Too irresistible to sweep a
Okay,
ball
let
at
it
that
come.
one for Beckett. It's penalty
Advantage,
advantage to Nottingham. Brown goes wide, finds Allen. Whoa! Leaves Will Andrew for dead, and the dancing feet
That's not forward,
almost
lads.
fashion an
Do
opportunity.
not go in, 21.
Unlucky there.
Well, I would love to see a replay of those feet. The Will Andrew family may not,
Cat Rook's fine.
but
Hands are in.
certainly
Cat Rook, no hands.
that was some fine, fine footwork
I don't know.
to delight
No,
the
they're
crowd
not
and us
sending
here, Tash.
Cherry. Lads, 5 metre then, please.
Here we go. Oh no,
There it is.
Will Andrew, you're a meme. Brilliant footwork there.
Lads, just take a step on the 5.
But the main thing is,
Thank you.
for Nottingham, is that they've retained possession. They've got
Lads,
the
let's
line
go.
out on the
Thank you.
5 metre. Just like in the first half when they got the go-ahead score.
More.
Beautiful arrows, beautiful leap from
That's over the
captain
15.
James Cherry, and here they go, fast forwarding their way to the bonus point try from the new kids on the block.
Set. Lads, it's a penalty try. Penalty try.
Well,
yes.
We don't need to know who got it down for administrative reasons, because the referee has given a penalty try.
Unfortunately, the ball is held up. He's in at the side, so penalty try and a yellow card.
Interesting. Yellow card as well.
The ball is held up by the man who comes in at the side, which is number 6.
Well, that is a double dose for Leeds Beckett. A penalty try,
15.
no conversion required, of course.
I don't know.
So they get the 7 straight away. And they also lose Khalid Kareem for 10 minutes.
Advantage, it's only a penalty, it's only a penalty.
Nottingham 26, Leeds Beckett 15. The visitors with it all to do.
Come back. Yeah, it is.
Well, there was the ambitious throw and leap that took them all the way to the less defended back of the line, and you can see right there Khalid Kareem diving in from, well, not even from the side, from behind.
Beckett looking a bit more quieter now.
Well, the reason we're looking at the crowd is because there's a cramp clinic going on out there for the Nottingham players.
We help our teammates here.
Yeah. Well, Lewis Barrett, he's had a busy afternoon in the 7 jersey.
17, it's
Playing
just
for
high on the way down.
Worcester Warriors in the Premiership Cup last week.
Just on the way down.
Get an indication of why
Time back on.
that was. Nottingham send it long into the Beckett half. Tash, what do you see from Beckett here? What have Beckett got to do to rally themselves? And also, where do you feel they should be playing their game?
James, come on!
I think they've just lost their heads a little bit. I think it would be more, obviously I can't hear what the teammates are saying now, but just a bit more heads down. I think they just need to bring back their team morale. They definitely showed that they can give Nottingham a run for their money, so bringing it back, a bit of confidence. They've lost a couple of points.
13, stop, 13!
That kicking play from Brown again, and Moyes makes it a brace. Nottingham running riot in this second half. And oh, it's looking like a green and gold day on Nottingham's first foray to BUCS Super Rugby.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm smiling about it, but gorgeous set of moves there from our backline in the green and gold, showing BUCS Super Rugby what they got. Perhaps Beckett's lack of the last man took them there.
Henry Mortimer with a chance to turn 5-7. That conversion not the one, but certainly the scoreline incredibly pleasing for the home fans. Nottingham 31, Leeds Beckett 15. Beckett down to 14 as we see the boots and the vision of Max Brown setting up Connor Moyes for his second.
Always inside. Stop, Uni! Stop, James! Stop!
Malarkey judges it well. And then runs through a few green jerseys. His work isn't done. His belief hasn't gone. Alex Green, not much room to work with. Winterburn. Big shot coming in on Birds.
Taken in.
Will Andrew. Misjudging his kick under pressure.
Uni. That's yours, Uni. Just step out from the pass. Yeah.
Beckett down to 14, facing a 16-point deficit. They need a spark, they need a moment.
Boys, tempo, please, come on.
They have got a bit flat, but we have seen as well their moments in the game, most notably the opening 30 minutes.
Green, the line's yours.
But they've got it in them. Look at the cheekiness of Winterburn.
Green, the line is yours. You are outside. It will be carried in.
That was given to Lewis Pickford and then chirpsing away to the hooker. I love it from the young man.
Don't change. He's
the
legal.
Driving maul that was so well weaponised by Leeds Beckett in the first half is now becoming their nemesis.
Don't
as
change.
Nottingham mobilise their path.
That looks like green to ground for me. Let's play.
Gorgeous bit of space made there. I think that was a 15-metre
advantage. Knock on advantage.
A handling error in the midfield gives Beckett
advantage over.
A bit of cherished possession. Winterburn
50-22.
with that searching boot, just misses out on the 50-22. Max Brown
advantage.
Dislodged in the tackle, and is that the big moment? Is that the shot in the arm that Beckett need?
14, don't make an issue out of a non-issue. Yes.
Just watching Max Brown return that into
We've got about 5 minutes. Boys, you can't
tacklers.
just keep bringing water on all the time. We're trying to play rugby. Let's go.
By 16.
Yeah, he definitely was cornered there, unfortunately.
Is there an element
substitutions ready, we go.
That Nottingham could maybe be a bit more pragmatic, and that maybe the excitement of the occasion could be an issue for their decision making?
Yeah, I think that was always going to be the case. Obviously, it's a very exciting game and an exciting debut for all of the players, so it's definitely going to get to them some sort of way. Hopefully, they can just switch off the enormity of the game and focus on just playing good rugby.
No. That's all right. We're talking. Boys, get balanced, all right. That's exactly like we said at the start, boys. Good stuff. Reece, let's go. Crouch! Bind! Set! Ball used.
First quality set piece for Beckett to work with for a while.
13, good.
Jake Scott sticks his head down.
Hands are backwards.
And those hands are good and all.
Thrown forward, boys.
The offload was too ambitious. You could see
time, but it's gone forward.
Just what he was trying to do there, to get his arm beyond the tackle and hook it back into the support.
It's their scrum, and none of your forwards are here.
It's definitely unfortunate for Beckett.
It's knock on, lads. He's not in touch. It's just a knock on. Let's go.
I think that Mason
He's in the backs, boys. We'll go in. Come on.
Suggesting that Nottingham are taking their time a bit to get to these set pieces and running down the clock.
Thrown forward in the offload, scrum, green.
Azo and Taylor retorted, said that your forwards are nowhere to be seen either.
Is that 13 change? Crouch! Bind!
A free kick to Beckett.
Yep.
They can work with this. Winterburn with the dart. Gets
Yeah, that's
up
fine.
by
Good
two
work,
green
James. Thank you.
jerseys. Power play from the forwards.
Tackle!
In comes Kudjoe to add a bit of ballast. They're missing their two Hancocks, the boys who are so destructive from close range.
Hands and feet onside.
Kudjoe is all muscle and power himself. Winterburn finding Barney Davies, side down by Brown. The play looking like a little shift to the right for Beckett. Still they press, ball bobbles.
Backwards, it's backwards,
loose.
always backwards.
It's messy, but the main thing for Beckett is they've still got possession. Offloaded to Will Andrew. Space out here, but there's so many green
he's on the body.
jerseys.
Okay, Rook's dead, lads, Rook's dead.
Back past the 22 now.
Tackle! No!
Davies. He's got through a lot of work carrying today. Always willing to put his hand up for hard work. And these tackles continuing to drive Beckett back. They're almost to the halfway line. Nottingham have tackled them back to the 10. And finally the pressure pays. A penalty to the home side.
Holding on, clearly isolated.
Demoralising defensive passage for Beckett to endure.
It's one of them when you think, oh, come on.
I hate to sound biased. I think Nottingham definitely deserve that. Good amount of defensive work there, pushing them all the way back and finally getting their hands on the ball.
One on the bin.
Well, Kerry Woods,
in fact, he'll be on at this line out
of Leeds Beckett in the pre-match, did say, new kids, a lot of optimism, lot of energy. Probably rather play them second game rather than the first game, and definitely Nottingham rising to the occasion.
Time off. Time is off, Barney.
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes from a famous day for UON rugby.
Okay, we'll time on once the line out's set.
Probably around about time, Tash, for you to consider your man of the match. You have a think.
I'll have a think.
But I'll be coming to you very, very shortly. Because Nottingham are building another one of their destructive drives. That are beginning to work their way through the Beckett defence with increasing ease.
Say more! Say more! No, don't go in! Okay, that's sideways once. No!
Wow, they're still alive. They've gone all the way from outside the 22 despite the splintering, despite the influx of purple and green personnel.
Lads, everybody's doing a really good job to stay legal there. It's taken in by green, fail maul, purple. Everybody's doing a really good job at onside, all right? Good stuff.
Manage to bring it down and hold them up. So, Tash, it's time. Who is your man of the match? And you can give some notable mentions to both sides as well before naming.
Are we all in? Nine's on,
yeah, it's a difficult one. I think Barrett's definitely had a really good game. He's made majority of the really big hits. Kaylin's put a lot of pressure on in defence, which has been nice to see. I think my man of the match is probably going to be Max Brown. We definitely saw a bit of mistakes in his kicking to begin with, but they definitely paid off in the end. Some gorgeous decision making and attack, and it really shows how he's a good attacking 10.
Okay. Thank you.
So he's probably going to be my man of the match.
Hurry up then. Thank you.
So there you have it. Nottingham's fly half.
Last two free kicks have been against green for bounce, all right, so get it early, okay?
Man of the match in his university's first ever BUCS Super Rugby fixture.
Set!
Try scorer a try creator, and now a man of the match as Beckett go on the hunt for a try.
No, not thrown forward.
Try and bring them some consolation of what has been a torrid second half. Barney Davies.
Boys, it's your guy that's thrown the ball away.
He's never given up the captain. On that occasion, his pass only able to find the touchline.
Cherry, let's go. Plus ones. Lads, it's
Messi at the back of the line out. Nottingham.
The throw isn't straight.
Looking for another
no
try
advantage, and then it's not
to really put the cherry on top of what has been a fantastic day for them. Tash, how much do you think this is going to do for Nottingham?
I think it'll definitely put them on a good positive going into the season. They had an unfortunate game against Trent last week, which didn't go as they planned, but this will definitely put them in a positive mindset going into Super BUCS. Definitely excited to see how it plans out.
Beckett on the back foot.
It's out the back, play on.
But Winterburn fishes it out and sets his back free. Do we get another glimpse of the Purple Flyers?
Never on the ball. Lads,
Winterburn in there burrowing again. Cade Burns.
No hands! Lads, stay on side, please.
This green defence so hard to break down since the
half time. Not now!
Nice tip though between the pack. Gets Beckett beyond the 22. Davies to Devine. Devine so strong with that low centre of gravity.
Let him go, let him go!
Taps and he goes, and the little box of tricks is off. Kicks because he doesn't have any support, and has he created another chance for Nottingham
12, stop!
to get across the whitewash. Yep. Moyes with 2 already. Just pumps Beckett back deep. Jake Scott looks to return, slaloming across his 22, but look how many green jerseys are there.
Lads, he's on the floor, you've come to him, it's a purple scrum. Less than 1, lads.
Less than 1 minute now.
Less than 1.
Nottingham.
I know he's on the wrong side of the tackle, lads, he can't do much
taste
there.
the victory.
Scrum.
They've got the bonus point. They've got the lead.
Got 30 seconds, mate.
All they need is the whistle of Owen Taylor
30 seconds.
to send them pretty delirious, I'd imagine.
Ball unavailable, purple ball. Come. Time on. Lads, let's finish on a good set, please. Crouch! Okay, whoa's not good enough. Just don't race the call, please. And again, just let me know if you're going to stand up, all right? Lads, a little bit of racing calls. Let's finish well, okay? Crouch! Bind! Set! Okay, use or reset!
Last roll of the attacking dice for Beckett, who get dished up.
Barney, let's use.
A bit more of the defensive medicine that they've been administered by this Nottingham team this afternoon. They're playing for prosperity now.
Good work, pal. Carried in.
Davies
Backwards!
The ball left.
Quite clearly backwards.
Still alive.
No, don't go in, don't go in.
Still
Let's
alive,
start using the ball, Beckett.
So far to go. Those Nottingham shoulders, with their insatiable appetite for tackles, continue to rein in. That's a nice little cross field to open
Lads,
play
we're going to
up
restart
out
with the
wide.
scrum. It's getting a bit close to here. All right, we will have the scrum. It's a little bit close to here for me.
Safety first on the referee. A little bit of a shame because it was a nice option to open up the left flank.
Have to get past him to get to the ball. Yeah, it is. It's your ball.
Understandable.
We've got players that would have to go
Given
through
the
them
time.
to get to the next breakdown, so we'll have a scrum. That's
But
it.
the Nottingham player's been down on the floor.
I think perhaps the kicker saw that space
Can't
for the
end
injured
like that.
player
All right,
there.
we've got to restart. Right.
But it's definitely a shame. Injury first.
Nah, not for me, James.
One last scrum to finish the game, perhaps.
If I play on and they get run over, we'd have complaints, wouldn't we? Yeah, all right.
What's
Lads,
your impressions
ball's
on
still
seeing
live.
Nottingham play for the first
Scrum.
time then?
My impressions?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't usually get asked these things, Tash. Mighty defence, particularly in the second half. They've smothered Beckett, and while I wasn't completely sold on the kicking strategy
Yeah.
in the first half,
Set.
it seems to have paid dividends in the second, particularly with the moist try.
Yeah.
So, to get off
Play.
with a win in their first match
10, move.
is
Keep
very,
working,
very
good work.
impressive. This is such a step up from the other leagues at university level. We've seen the quality
Work, James, work,
of player that's come out of this league in years gone
Yeah.
by,
Right.
and that's just an example.
It's definitely a very exciting time to be in for Nottingham.
Backwards.
Certainly. Well, Beckett, to their credit,
Tackle.
continuing to try everything, throw everything at Nottingham, but they're met with equal
What?
resistance from the shoulders of the newly promoted side.
No, miss, 20.
Still, Beckett look
Advantage.
for that gap, look to unlock the
No, leave the ball,
defence.
purple.
Nottingham come away with the ball. That'll be the final play. And that'll spark of celebration that the Nottingham players would have dreamed of, but might not have believed until that blast from referee Owen Taylor's whistle. So the new boys, Nottingham, have stolen from Beckett, and they fed their rich ambitions of turning themselves into a force for the future in BUCS Super Rugby. Full time here at Highfields. Nottingham 31, Leeds Beckett 15. Well, Tash, a bit of history here at Highfields. The first BUCS Super Rugby match in Nottingham's history, and a maiden win.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to watch it and commentate today, but very happy for the boys. Hope they take this pride into their next game and show BUCS Super Rugby what they got.
And what about Leeds Beckett? What was your take on them, and where do they go from here? A disappointing loss.
I think the best thing for them to take away from this is that they kept going right until the very end. You know, they knew the time was running out, but they kept trying everything that they got, even with perhaps 3 of their most useful players off the pitch. So I think that they should take their determination into the next game. That will definitely take them somewhere, and not to keep their heads down. There's definitely a lot of potential.
Well, great camaraderie. The game was played in fantastic spirit, in fact, and Barney Davies, captain of Leeds Beckett, well, his face tells you the story, doesn't it? Very disappointing day for Leeds Beckett, who, like every side in this league, would oh so yearn to kick their campaigns off with a win. Nottingham have come up here as the unknown quantity, the new kids on the block, but led by James Cherry, who shows his appreciation to their supporters on the way through the Beckett tunnel. They have announced themselves.
I think the boys should be very proud of themselves today. We definitely kind of doubted them in the beginning, slightly, with quite a few mistakes, but it's been really good to see them turn it around and make it a good game in the end.
Well, here's the tale of the tape, and for the first 30 minutes it looked like it was going to be a day to forget for the new boys Nottingham. That driving maul play and the try from Hancock was only a snapshot of the dominance of Leeds Beckett in the opening half an hour. Just desserts for their slick back play and their powerful forward driving. Alex Davies was on hand to add a penalty to the conversion to Hancock's try. And finally, after an error-strewn first half, Nottingham got their act together, and Max Brown, who would go on to be man of the match, stole across for the first, and minutes later Nottingham had their second, and they were heading into half-time, leading 14-10 at the break. A moment of off-the-training paddock perfection saw Connor Moyes slip through a gap, courtesy of the deft hands of Max Brown. But this brilliance from Winterburn, setting up Alex Green, brought Beckett right back into the contest, and you wondered, would there be a sting in the tail for Nottingham? But the boys in green and gold wouldn't be flustered, and they all of a sudden began to look like the team more composed. That was a penalty try. That was the pressure bursting from a Leeds Beckett perspective, and a yellow card as well for Khalid Karim, who to that point had mightily impressed. And Brown again turned provider, this time with the boots, setting up Moyes just as he did to open the half. And that try right there meant the deal was done, and Nottingham would win their first game of their era in BUCS Super Rugby. Full time here at Highfield. It is a thank you to you, Tash Duggan, for joining me for the match.
Thank you as well for having me.
And it is Nottingham 31, Leeds Beckett 15.
My name is Brian Moore, an ex-Nottingham University rugby player. I gained 64 caps for England, and I'm back today going over old ground and some new. I tell you what's nice, being alongside people like Brabant and Yiping and Robert Clift and other great Olympians and so on. It's quite humbling in a way. It's very nice as well. Can I just say how jealous I am, actually, of you all. In my day, things weren't always better. We had one aircraft Hagger-style sports centre, about half the size of that, and one really poor AstroTurf pitch. Oh, and when you finish university, all you'll have, you'll remember. You'll remember these days for the rest of your life. But the thing is, your memories are made now. Even if you have another chance, you won't get that 80 minutes back, you won't get that exam back or whatever. And if you want your memories to be good, you better do it now. That is the back of my old hall of residence, Sherwood Hall. My room, when I was president, was that room there. Because as president, you had a double room, which was great. Well, coming back, there's so many memories. it's difficult to come. Well, they just flood back. The friendships you create through sport are quite special because that shared experience is there, and sport is a big part of that. Because you're here in your formative years, and they are still being formative, even though you're notionally classed as an adult. They mean a lot more to you, and the memories are probably more acute. This is virtually the same.
Yeah.
The tables were this way.
Yes.
Every year, you know, there was a proper food fight.
Yes.
And the staff quite rightly refused to clear up. They said it's right. They were quite right. This year is a centenary of the University Rugby Club. So I would urge people to come, because it will not least because it'll be a brilliant night in itself. But I tell you what, it will give you all these memories. You'll feel like I do. You'll feel like a child again.
It's more than just a game.
It's community.
It's support.
It's culture.
It's mental health.
It's friendship.
It's for your mind.
Well, scenes behind me of the Nottingham huddle on a pretty famous day for the UON, and you can hear their supporters getting pretty rowdy, and I think it's probably only going to ramp up as the evening progresses. So that's our first bit of action from BUCS Super Rugby today. We've opened the season up with a bit of a shock, but also a slice of history at Highfields. The green and gold of the University of Nottingham defeating Leeds Beckett 31 points to 15 in a storming second half display. But the good news is that's not the end of the action, is it? Because Dave and Claire are going to be up at Hollow Drift. Oh, here we are. I can stop filling now. So they're going to be up at Hollow Drift for Durham versus Loughborough. It's on the stream later this evening, 6:30 kickoff. Don't miss it. We're going to talk more BUCS in a second. But first, I'm going to talk to man of the match, Max Brown, James Cherry, a beaming megawatt smile on the captain. For guys, as I've just said there, a slice of Highfields history. How was that, Max?
Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah, it's class to be back with the boys. Yeah, we're a bit short in the first 30, but we came through after half time and got our shape slowing. So yeah, it's good.
Yes, you were a bit short in the first 30. I mean, you know, it was certainly a game of 130 and 150. So what was the turnaround?
I think we just played the areas better. Kicking game was a lot better in the last 50. We just believed in ourselves, really. I think we just got our shape slowing, got our rhythm, and then got firing.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about that kicking strategy, because you were the man orchestrating it, and it definitely stuck out. Why so much kicking? Had you identified that as a potential weakness of Leeds Beckett?
Yeah, and also stepping up to BUCS. We watched a few of the games, and kicking's a huge area of the game. We just wanted to play in their half and just do our thing in that half.
And you, man of the match in the first game. I know you're a top try scorer last year, so you're looking to pick up where you left off by the looks of things.
Yeah, hopefully. If I can do that again, that'd be pretty decent.
You'd be pretty happy. And should we talk celebrations? Is it going to be a well-marked affair tonight?
Yeah, I don't see why not. A couple of beers with the boys should be a laugh.
Perfect. All right, Max, I'm going to let you get off because I want to talk to James. I want to talk to James because well, it was only weeks ago, James, that we met here. We were down in the changing rooms talking about your aspirations, and you painted a really positive picture, a realistic picture, but it's a picture that you've delivered on today. You must be ecstatically proud of you and the team.
Yeah, mate, really proud. I think, as Max alluded to, that first 30 we really struggled. I think maybe the occasion, first game in the new league, got to us a bit, but just the way the boys rallied around everyone, the way that we came together, the subs came on, added massive energy. Just awesome to see, especially after a really disappointing loss in pre-season last week to NTU. Put out a really strong side, did a bit of a number on us. I think it was a bit of a kick up the arse, so to speak, and we came out today and delivered, which as captain I can't be happier about.
Well, you did deliver. You delivered in that final 50 minutes, shall we say. So what was the turnaround? Like, what were it, words of wisdom from you, or was it strategy? Because it really was stark that it was all Leeds Beckett in that first 30 minutes, and then it was all about you guys for the rest of the match.
I think it'd be remiss if I said I'd done any words of wisdom, mate. I think the boys, what we're really lucky is it's a real player-led environment. All the boys pulled together, they've got their own ideas, really good experience. I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot first 30. All credit to Beckett, they put the foot on our throat and really killed us for it, but we gave away some silly penalties, we let them play in our half. Probably 3 defensive sets there where we went a good 30 minutes just defending, middle, start and end. So when we actually started playing some good rugby, Max and Henry Mortimer putting us in great areas to play rugby. That first maul try really set the tone. I think from there we kind of had the belief. It just took getting that belief to actually open up. I mean, what, 30 to 70 minutes, 31 points, whatever it was, can't be happier.
Okay, I know you've won the match, but what do you make of BUCS Super Rugby? Your first taste of it, the intensity, the opposition, the collisions, how was it out there?
I mean, I think the first thing that got us was just the occasion of it, having yourself down, the team, all these fans. It's very different to what we used to. But in terms of on-pitch, mate, it's a lot more physical. They're a big bunch of lads. Their skip, Barney, makes it hard at 12, running hard at our 6 and 7. So much more physical than probably the league below. But the fact that we could still come out there, match that physicality, and then, as I said to you a few weeks ago, bring our own flair to the game. I mean, look at Max Brown, eh? What a player. I told you he'd be something special in this league. Boys around him, Cam Furley, Freddie Vaughan, Connor Moyes, couple of tries in the corner. They just make things happen for us. And as a forward, it's great, because I know that if I can give them a bit of set-piece parity with the boys up front, they're going to do something special for us, and that's what happened today.
So, does this change anything for the season? Do you keep your feet on the ground, or does this change the aspirations for Nottingham now?
I think, as I've said to you before, mate, our aspiration is just to go game by game, win each game as it comes. So Swansea next week, it's going to be a new challenge. They're going to have some big, tough Welsh boys that are going to want to come make a mark on the new kids on the block. So I think we just go out there and play our rugby. I think in terms of holistically looking at the season, maybe give us a bit of confidence going forward. Leeds Beckett are no chumps. They're ex-finalists. They're led by Kerry Wood, who's a really good coach. So if we can do something like that every week, keep collecting those wins, Swansea, Loughborough, Durham, just take them as they come and keep doing our thing.
Well, you, the new kids on the block, have made your mark on BUCS Super Rugby today. So congratulations, James. Enjoy the celebration. You've got a lot of fans over there. So go and enjoy yourself with the lads.
Cheers, Bernsey. Thanks, mate.
Pleasure. I think we are going to get a chance to chat with Paul Westgate as well now. So
the sun is shining. Cheers, mate.
There you go. Well, the sun is shining, metaphorically and literally, isn't it? Yeah. How was that?
Oh, look, it was great. As you could see, pretty nervous opening 30 minutes. I thought Leeds Beckett were strong. They were streetwise. We didn't quite get up to speed. We panicked. We did things we don't normally do, and then we settled down, scored, and showed, hang on a minute, we deserve to be here. But I think we felt very much the new boys on the block at the start there. But we regrouped at half time, came out fairly strong in the second half, and I thought overall we probably deserved to win. So pleased with that.
Where was your head at after that first 30 minutes? Were you thinking, oh no, on the big occasion, the big crowd here, this ain't looking too hot?
I think I believed in the players. We got some experienced players out there. They were easy fixes a little bit, Bernsey. We just needed to keep hold of the ball to start with. We needed a bit of discipline. But our defence, I think, set the tone and gave us some really good go forward. So that was great. It was just an attack where we just couldn't keep hold of the ball. And, we started kicking when we should be running. We started passing when we should be holding on to the ball, etc. But once we sorted that out, I think, we settled down and played some good rugby.
You certainly did play some good rugby, some wonderful tries. Connor Moyes, certainly that one in the corner off the boot of Max Brown in pursuit. And, I touched on it with James just there a moment ago. What does this do for University of Nottingham rugby? What does this do for the aspirations for the season heading on, but also for the programme as a whole? You had a lot of people here, obviously everyone who wasn't involved in the match, but then loads of supporters. This is going to create a buzz around the uni that the boys are at the top of the tree, and they're also... Well, they've got to win on their first game, and there might be more ahead for them to enjoy.
100%. It's a really historic day for the club. I mean, I came in 2017. We were very much a university, who thought they were quite good, but actually we were probably at participation level. And we worked hard, and we changed the culture, and we dug deep, and we started to recruit players who could see that, coming to the University of Nottingham, getting a good degree, but also being part of a really good rugby programme, that they wanted to buy into that ambition, that aspiration drove us. So, look, awesome at home today with all the support. I'm sure it's going to be, the boot's going to be on the foot where we go to other places when we go up to Beckett. But look, we're going to enjoy today. It was a big benchmark. I think it helped our confidence to say, look, we're here, we're a BUCS Super Rugby team, we can play, we can win, but we know it's only going to get harder from now. So lots of hard work, but hey, we're going to enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey, mate. We're going to enjoy the journey along with you, and enjoy tonight. You definitely deserve it, you and all the boys.
Cheers, Bursey. Take care.
I'll see you around the block. Righto, well, you heard it right there. A historic day for the University of Nottingham. Their own slice of Highfield's history as they defeat Leeds Beckett 31 points to 5. That is a wrap here for the opening game of the new season of BUCS Super Rugby, the best league in the land, the league that we just love to get our teeth stuck into on a Wednesday. But fear not, the feast isn't over quite yet, because later this evening, 6:30 kickoff, Hollow Drift, one of the most formidable venues to go and visit in BUCS Super Rugby. I would venture maybe even the country. Is going to see one of the all-time classic rivalries, the Battle of the Purples, the Palatinate of Durham hosting the African Violets of Loughborough. It is going to be a match not to miss, and you'll be in the finest of hands with Dave Rogers and Claire Thomas to guide you through the action. But from here, from historic Highfields, it is good afternoon, and we'll see you later on the stream.